So the next topic we're going through is about the argument. So the argument, you can see that is around 20 to 25%. The questions, which is around 7 and 8 questions roughly every time in the sample test. So relatively, this is a very important type of the question. Before we jump into the argument questions explanation, I just want to briefing you guys about what is the common strategies we're using for the argument. When we're talking about the strength and the weaken, so we got two ways to think about what is the point, so what's this direction so that we can either strength or weaken an argument. When we try to strength, I always give my students a very good metaphor about the argument, which is I compare them with the bridge. So when we think about the strengths, we must say we want to this bridge is more stronger. When we want to make the strength more stronger, always the first way we can easily think about it is we just increase the more pillars to make the strength stronger. So the first way is that we adding new premises. We're adding the new premises to support the argument. And the second one is another way to think about make our bridges stronger is that we can make the existing pillars more stronger, right? Make it more thicker to support the whole bridge. So that is another way is we make our current premises more stronger, more convincible to support the conclusion. In another side, when we're talking about weakening, it's the same thing. When we talk about awakening, the first thing we can either think about is that we can find the cracks on the pillars, which is make shaky about the bridge, which is make your argument is not that convincing. So firstly is that we can find out the problem or the fallacies. Later on, I will explain to you what is a fallacies and what's something wrong might existing in your premises. In this way, we can weaken the argument. Another one is we can using the counter evidence or the counter explanation. These things is when we get the conclusion from the premises, the arguer always give us a reasoning, which is he or she think that is right. But in the reality is we are not necessarily to be leading by the arguer. We might find another point of view to explain the relationship between the premises and the conclusion. What the arguer told us is not necessary to be right. So this is why I'm putting here the counter evidence or the counter explanation, which means we can offering another one, another evidence or another explanation might get the different conclusion. In this way, we can also weakening the argument by two ways. So I always say this is S1, S2, W1, and W2. Okay, this is how we just dealing with the argument.